and welcome to the program Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. It's another Tuesday, and this diet program where we talk about food is how I want to help you understand the relationship that we have with food, how food can help us and how food can mar us. So this is a diet program, and today on the Good Food series, I will be talking about Acha versus oat grain. So if you ask Dietitian Michelle to choose between Acha grain and oat grain, which one do you think I will choose? And you might be wondering, why did I choose this topic? That is because life is full of options. A lot of times we are faced with options, and what you choose will determine how you would end up, especially when it has to do with food. Remember, we call it wise food choices. We don't even say that people are eating badly, or people are eating bad food, or people are taking things that can harm them. We usually say you have made what we call a bad food choice or a wise food choice. But what influences our decision? What influences our choice? What makes us choose one thing over the other? I'll tell you, I will give you just a few that I have. Number one is our knowledge. What we know about that food, what we know about what we are eating, what we know about the nutritional content of the food. These are some of the reasons, these are some of the things that would influence our choice. And apart from knowledge, our experience, past experiences about the food, whether good or bad, these can also influence our choice. Then availability. What you want, is it available or not? And then, can you afford it? So these are just few options. These are just few things I would like to share with us today that can influence our choice. And then I'll give you details. Then I'll go on to tell you what I would choose if I am presented with these options to choose between Acha and oats. So let's talk about knowledge on food, how it can influence our food choice. What you know, yes, because if you know the nutrient content of the food, it can help you make better decisions. Some people will say, oh, I eat this because my neighbor eats that. I eat this because I heard it is good. I eat this food because I feel it is healthy. But you really don't know much about it. All right. So that means you're making what we call a blind decision. You are choosing that food, you are eating that food, but you are not really sure about your decision. You're not well guided. You're not grounded on nutrition information to make that choice. In fact, let me tell you something. Just last week, one of my clients was arguing with me about egg. And he said, egg is a rich source of calcium. Yes, egg is a rich source of calcium. I eat egg every day because it's a rich source of calcium. And I said, no. You can't be saying that. Egg is not rich in calcium. And he said, but I Googled. And the internet told me that one egg is going to give me 50 milligrams of calcium. Now, here is what internet will not tell you. This is what Google will not tell you. It has given you the information you're looking for. Yes, it does contain calcium. Egg contains 50 milligrams of calcium. But this is where you need food experts like Dietitian Michelle to help you make sense out of it. The question you should be asking is, how much calcium do I need to be healthy, to have strong bones? You're looking at 1,000 milligrams to 1,500 milligrams of calcium every day for strong bones, healthy bones. And now egg contains 50 milligrams. So if you're going to meet your calcium requirement from eggs, that means that you should be eating between 20 to 30 eggs every day. How realistic? How reasonable is that? So can you see? If you're going to meet your nutrient needs from eggs, then you will eat 20 to 30 eggs every day, and that is not doable. And so as dietitians, we will tell you foods that are rich sources of that nutrient you are looking for. In this case now, it's calcium you're looking for. And so you're not going to be talking about egg. Egg is rich in protein and yes, biotin and other vitamins and minerals. But when it comes to calcium, it is not a rich source. Why? Because you cannot meet your nutrient requirements taking egg. So I hope that explains it. So your knowledge of food, what you know, can help you make a wise choice or a poor choice. And then talking about experience, sometimes you don't eat a particular food because the first time you ate that food, you didn't like it, right? And so no matter how well it's presented, you can't just find yourself liking that food. I really understand. It happens, your experience. Then another thing is availability. There is this food that is rich in protein. It's a good source of vitamin A. It's rich in fiber. Is this, is that. But the only problem is that you can get that food only when you go to or US. And so it becomes a problem. It's not there, it's not there. Is that not so? You cannot cross many oceans just to go and get food that is nutritious. Then how about affordability? You can eat what you can afford. No matter how nutritious that food is, if you cannot reach it, you cannot afford it, you will not eat it. Which is why I encourage you to always join me on this program, Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. And if you have friends and families, people that you love, you care about, tell them about Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. Even if they are not in Jos, tell them that they can tune in. All they need to do is to download Radio Box and look for Dr. Fish, and they will be able to tune in every Tuesday by 5 o'clock, because in this program, I will provide you basic nutrition information that you need to make good decisions when it has to do with food. In this program, I will help you. In fact, even when it has to do with past bad experiences about food, I will help you, all right? I will help you with recipes. I will give you good recipes. We'll talk about the recipes that you have and help you make adjustments. And then not just that, when it has to do with availability, I can also help you with alternatives. What is that food you are looking for because of its nutrients? I will give you the alternatives available here in Nigeria. And for affordability, I will also help you. You don't have to break the bank to live healthy. I assure you, within your circle, those things are available. You can find them, you can eat them, and you would meet your nutrient needs. All right, so back to the main question for today, which is, what will Michelle choose between Acha grain and oats? Now, based on my knowledge of nutrition, my experience, availability, and what I can afford, I'll tell you what I will choose. Let's just go on a short break, and when we are back, I will let you know. Welcome back. This is still Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. Now, still on today's Good Food series, we're talking about Acha versus oat grain. And if Dietitian Michelle is asked to choose, now if I'm presented with these two foods and I'm asked to pick just one, which one will Michelle pick? Which one will Dietitian Michelle pick? All right, so if you guess Acha, then I'd like you to clap for yourself because you are very correct. I will pick Acha, and I'll give you my 6 reasons why Acha is going to be the pick. Reason number 1 is that Acha has fewer calories than oats. Oh yes, so when you eat 1 cup of Acha, you're going to be consuming lesser calories than when you eat 1 cup of oats. Now, remember that we are using the same measurement, not when you eat 3 cups of Acha and eat 1 cup of oats. I hope you're clear. So if you're eating the same quantity, you're eating the same amount of food, Acha, oats, then you're going to be consuming fewer calories when you eat Acha than oats. That is it. And let me tell you why it's like that. When you cook 1 cup of raw oats, it will be giving you 2 cups of cooked oats. Sometimes 1.5, depending on the amount of water you use to cook. But when you cook 1 cup of Acha, you will be getting 3 cups of Acha. In worst case scenario, 2.5 cups. So because it swells more when you eat, you're not going to be consuming as much calories as when you eat oats. So that simply explains that. Acha swells more, and because of that, when you consume 1 cup of Acha, you're going to be consuming a fewer amount of calories than when you consume 1 cup of oats. So side by side, Acha has lesser amount of calories. Reason number 2 why I will pick Acha is because Acha is rich in fiber. It has more fiber than oats. So you see, that nutrient, that food, that nutritious food that you're looking for in Sokoto is right here in our Sokoto, but we didn't even realize. In fact, somebody asked me today, who has lived in Jos for many months, what is Acha? He doesn't even know what Acha is, but I bet he knows oats, and he probably eats oats. Now, so Acha is rich in fiber. So if you are on a weight loss journey, or you are managing your sugar level, you're diabetic, and you're looking for an excellent food to eat, then Acha is one. If you're hypertensive, because of its fiber content, is also a very good food. So Acha has more fiber than oats. Now, number 3 reason why I will pick Acha is because there is no gluten in Acha. For those who have gluten sensitivity, which is something that we find in wheat and in wheat products, and some people react to it, some people are sensitive to it, and so they are asked to avoid gluten, they are asked to avoid wheat, they are asked to avoid anything that contains wheat. Now, this is something you need to know about oats. Not that oat contains wheat, but because oat is planted beside wheat, as a result of what we call cross-pollination, it can contain traces of gluten, which is why some sincere companies will tell you directly that this oat may contain gluten. Some might even tell you this oat is packaged in a place where wheat is packaged, so that you will know that gluten might be found inside. Some might even tell you that this oat grows beside wheat. So you can see cross-pollination, because of that, can also make you be eating gluten inside oats. So if you have gluten sensitivity, or you're managing someone who has gluten sensitivity, you may want to switch to Acha, which is 100% gluten-free. Reason number 4 why I will pick Acha is because it has more protein than oats. So when you eat Acha 1 cup and take 1 cup of oats, you'll be getting more protein from your Acha than you would when you eat oats. Yes, but let me also clarify something. That does not make Acha a rich source of protein. All grains, Acha, oats, rice, millets, guinea corns, they are nutritious foods, but they are not rich sources of protein. So all I am saying is that when you're comparing Acha and oats, it contains more protein than oat contains, but it is still not a rich source of protein for you to say, oh, okay, Dietitian Michelle said Acha is rich in proteins, therefore I will not eat meat, I won't take beef, I won't eat granite, I will not take beans anymore. It's Acha all the way. No, that is wrong. You can eat Acha and you will get protein, but not enough to meet your protein requirements. Now, reason number 5 why I'll pick Acha is because Acha is far cheaper than. Why? Because oat is imported. So when you factor in the importation cost, then what do you have to say about $2? So when you put all of that into consideration, you find out that Acha is way cheaper. 1 kg oats, you're going to be finding that at the rate of 6,000, 7,000, some 10,000, even 15,000 in the supermarket. But when you get Acha, a kg of Acha, you're looking at 4,000 naira. And even that 4,000, I tell you, if the government can look into this Acha farming and help our women, help people who are into Acha farming, I tell you, we're going to be buying this Acha 2,000. And if we can achieve that, just leave the remaining work of marketing, promoting, and helping people to eat Acha. Even though Igbo man we eat gwete, I tell you, if we can just promote Acha, help farmers, help people who are into Acha farming. So we can see Acha is more nutritious, cheaper, no gluten. And so I will choose Acha. But this is the final number 6 reason why Dietitian Michelle is going to pick Acha. This one, oh my, this is my most important reason, is because I can do 120 things with Acha that oats cannot give me. You have oats at home, right? What can you do with it? What can you cook with oats? I only know one thing, which is oat pudding. I can't think of any other thing I can do with oats. But let me tell you the delicious things you can do with Acha. I'll give you just a few and leave you to go and search. Find out what are the things you can do with Acha. So if you have 1 pack of Acha at home, I'll tell you so many things you can achieve with that. You can make gwete Acha. That is the number 1. If I don't mention it, people from Jos will not like Dietitian Michelle. So that is why it's number 1 on my list. Acha, one good delicacy. Then we have fruity Acha pudding. We have jollof Acha. We have curry Acha. From Acha, the same Acha I have been talking about. We also have jollof Acha and red beans, a very nice combination, very delicious. Low glycemic index. Let's not speak too much English today. We have curry Acha and red beans. Acha and red bean sauce. Now you're cooking the acha just plain white, then you have the sauce to go with it. You can now serve with your grilled fish or chicken. Very nice meal. Then did you also know that we can do acha moi moi? Someone tasted that acha moi moi and swore and said this thing is bean moi moi, and we said no, it is acha moi moi. You know, as dietitians, we have to come up with recipes for our clients who have kidney conditions and cannot eat beans and they want to eat moi moi. We tell them, don't worry, we have solution for you. Acha got you. And so we teach them how to make acha moi moi, and they are happy. They are not missing the moi moi anymore. So can you see how acha has come to our rescue? We have acha masa. Someone who is diabetic and wants to eat masa. When they eat rice masa, because of its high glycemic index, the sugar level can go up quickly. But when you eat acha masa that has a lower glycemic index, it helps. The sugar doesn't shoot up as much as it would if you eat rice. We also have acha pancakes. Who says that it's only refined flour we can use for our pancakes? You can make delicious acha pancakes. We also have your acha. You can take your nice draw soup, vegetable soup, any soup that you like, with acha meal, or what we call swallow in Nigeria. We also have acha salad. In fact, let me not mention all of these. Don't worry. I assure you, we have the recipe session where I'll be giving you at least one recipe per episode. Today, I just want you to know that if you're asking Michelle to choose between acha and oats, it's definitely going to be acha. And I hope that I have convinced you why Michelle will pick acha. I hope you also agree with me that yes, acha should be picked. Now, I will ask you, my dear listener, if I give you 6,000 naira and I say pick between acha and oats, which one are you going to take? Yeah, so welcome back. This is still Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. And today, Good Food Series episode, we're talking about acha versus oat grain. And I said if I'm presented with the option, I would definitely pick acha. And I gave you 6 reasons. Yeah, do you remember? Let me still go over it again. Number 1 is acha has lesser amount of calories. Number 2 is that it's rich in fiber. Number 3 is that it's gluten-free, 100% gluten-free. Number 4 is that acha is way cheaper. Number 5 is that acha has more protein than oats. Number 6 is that there are many things that I can do with acha. Now I would like you to join the conversation, but first let me highlight something, an important point. I am not saying you should stop eating oats. No, if you enjoy your oats, please enjoy your oats. All I am saying is add acha to your menu. If you eat oats once in a week, I expect you to now start eating acha twice in a week. If you don't even know acha at all, this is the right time for you to introduce something delicious to your menu, to your family menu. Tell them you discovered something, a nutritious food from Dietitian Michelle. And remember to tag me on social media, Dietitian Michelle, and tell me if you're happy to find this food that is healthy. So don't stop your oats. If you enjoy it, please go ahead. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing bad. I'm only telling you there's something else, something good that you can also eat, which is what acha. This is still Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. We just rounded up an interesting discussion on today's Good Food Series, and we talked about acha grain versus oat grains. I gave you 6 reasons why I'll pick acha grains if you're asking me to choose one out of the 2. And I have said that I would pick acha grain. Why? Because number 1, it has fewer calories than oats. Number 2 is that it's richer in fiber than oats. Number 3 is that it's also richer in protein. It contains more protein than oats. Then it's gluten-free, 100% free, no trace of gluten whatsoever. Number 5 is because it's cheaper than oats. And number 6, there are many things I can cook with my acha. And guess what? Most of the callers also agreed that they will pick acha if they are asked to choose one. Yes, so next week on the recipe episode, I will be sharing with you one recipe. Well, let me just say one. I may share more than one, but at least one recipe on how you can enjoy your acha. I hope you're going to set your reminder and you're going to call your friends, families, tell them about Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, and tell them they can also join us online. They can go to Radio Box and get Dr. Fish, and they can tune in every Tuesday by 5 o'clock. Next week, we're going to be talking about an interesting recipe. Very nice one. For one of my favorite recipes. Now, the next question is, how are you going to get your acha, especially for those who are not in Jos or in places the acha grows? Yes, because acha does not grow everywhere. Interestingly, there are just few places where this wonderful grain, this wonder grain, is called the wonder grain. Some people call it superfood, but it does not grow everywhere. And do you know one thing about acha that I even forgot to mention? It's a blessing from God. You know why? Because acha does not even need complicated soil or farming techniques. Yes, it does not, which is why during hunger period, in the days of our forefathers, they survived on acha. Do you understand? It's not complicated. They survived on acha because it grows. Whether the rain is good or it's not, whether rain fall or no fall, acha will still grow. In fact, when the rain is too much, acha does not even grow. So, but it does not grow everywhere, just few places. If you are not in Jos and you want to get this acha, then I'll tell you a story next week or any other time on how we started this food manufacturing business. But I'm happy to tell you that there is a food company in Nigeria owned by a medical doctor and a registered dietitian knowledgeable about food. And the name of the company is CNC, which means Citadel Nutrition Consult. They are the makers of a brand called CNC Smart Foods, and they have CNC Smart Foods acha. You should eat what you know. I eat CNC Smart Food acha, and I encourage you to, because I cannot recommend what I don't eat. If I recommend anything, be rest assured that Dietitian Michelle eats it. So CNC Smart Food acha, I encourage you to eat it. You can get it on our website, CNC Smart Food. It is NAFDAC registered, destoned, washed, dried, and packaged. All you have to do is to rinse and cook, so you can get your well-processed packaged acha to enjoy. But I also want to use this opportunity to tell you something about acha. Acha is as tiny as sand, So even though this company tries to package this acha, it is not 100% guaranteed that it's stone-free. Yes, not 100% guarantee considering the size. So, but I assure you that you're going to enjoy your pack of acha. You can just go to the website www.cncsmartfood.com, where you can find all other products available, not just acha, many other nutritious products, but we are focusing on acha this year. So you can order your acha and other products. You can also view and see other companies or superstores or supermarkets that have CNC Smart Foods acha in this Nigeria, available in Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Enugu. Check the website. You're going to see it there. Then I also have another good news to share with you. If you would like to belong to our close community on WhatsApp, where you can get updates about acha and other food products, as well as the price list, then I'll give you a number to call. This is not Dr. Fish number now. I am calling CNC Smart Food number. All you need to do is to send a text message or WhatsApp, join Smart Food, and this is the number 070 8987 3497. I'll give you the number again if you want to belong to the close community and get updates about acha, CNC Smart Food acha, and the price list. Then send join Smart Food to this number 070 8987 3497. 070 8987 3497. Then if you also want to make inquiries on distributorship or bulk purchase of acha in 5 kg, 10 kg, 25 kg, 50 kg, I don't do the packs of acha. I prefer the 25 kg and it just lasts me. But if you're new, you can just get the packs. If not, if you want to try the bulk purchase, buy in sacks or in bags or even as a distributor, then I'll give you another number. All you need to do is to send distributor to this number 090 4675 8079. This is the number for distributorship: 09046758079. And if you live in Jos and want to consult a dietitian, remember that even though it is Acha, you need to still eat it in moderation. If you're looking for how you can eat Acha and get the best out of it in managing any disease that is diet related, and you live in Jos, you can find our clinic, Citadel Nutrition Consult, located at Crispin Hotel, that is opposite Air Force Base, off Jonajang Expressway, Rayfield, Jos. You can consult the dietitians there and we would help you with diet plan. If you live in Jos and you also want to walk into a store to pick up your pack of Acha, then you can try these places: Oniwinde, Icon Store, Shop City, Flourish Supermarket, Freedom, Exceptional, Rainbow Supermarket, and many more supermarkets in Jos. As I remember, I'm going to be adding, but these are places I know you can walk into and you will pick your CNC Smart Food Acha. All right. Thank you for joining me today on Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, your food expert. I hope you got value for your time. If yes, I would really love to know that. I'd like to hear from you. Please check on social media. You're going to find me on Instagram as Dietitian Michelle. You're going to find me on Facebook as Dietitian Michelle, TikTok Dietitian Michelle, Twitter, that does not like long names, is Dietitian Michi. Then on LinkedIn, it's Michelle Omadi, where you're going to know who Dietitian Michelle is. My portfolio, yes, is there on LinkedIn for you to see. So I'd like you to go there, drop a comment. We have the flyer for today's topic on our social media handles. Tell me if you like the program today and if you're going to be tuning in next week, if you're excited about the recipe that I will share. In fact, you can even tell me the particular recipe that you want me to share with you next week. I may consider, although I have something in mind, but I might think of that. Okay, so please, let's be friends on social media. There are many other things I would like to share with you and time will not permit me. Social media is the right place where we're going to be in touch, and I'll be discussing with you and telling you other things, my own life journey, my struggles, my challenges, how I overcome eating too much, and we can be friends outside here. All right, so please find me on social media. Let's be friends. And if you want more topics, if you want more interesting topics that I have talked about, a lot of teachings about food, about fruits, about vegetables, drinks, you will find them on our YouTube channel, Dietitian Michelle. Just go to YouTube. You're going to find a lot of topics, things you're going to be learning from, and you'll be very happy about that. If you also have questions you would like to ask about Dietitian Michelle, or ask about Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle, or about Acha, the nutritional benefits, feel free to drop your questions there. Drop your comments on our social media handle. Tell us if you're going to pick Acha or oats, and we can continue the conversation there. All right, so that is our own free space to connect. No time factor, no time limit. And on social media, on Facebook, you'll find us there as Dietitian Michelle. On Instagram, you'll find Dietitian Michelle. On TikTok, Dietitian Michelle. Twitter is Dietitian Michi. Then LinkedIn, Michelle Omadi. Okay, so I'll see you on the next episode of Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. And while we wait to meet again, ensure you make wise food choices. All right, so I would like you to try Acha this week, and let's talk about it next week when we come back on Diet Talk with Dietitian Michelle. Have a blessed day.